This is what Justin Bieber said in a recent YouTube Originals documentary he appeared in, called The Justin Bieber Next Chapter.
First of all, people love a happy ending. People love to see people rise to the occasion. I just feel like right now it's a really happy season. And I want people to get an inside look of this guy really is just a human who's just figuring it out like you and me.
Seems like the young pop star is in a good mental state right now, but not before battling some serious personal and health struggles in the past. Watch this video till the end to know more about what he said. Welcome to Trendy Vert, and today we will count down 5 moments that unveil the untold truth about Justin Bieber feeling suicidal. Number 5. Songs reflecting his true feelings. Justin Bieber had recently come up with his single called Lonely. In the music video, the singer talks about feeling alone, despite having people who love him. But this is not the first instance where we have seen him writing songs about emotions that are on the lower side of the spectrum. Born on March 1st, 1994 in Canada, Bieber has been known ever since the start of his career for giving hit songs such as Baby, Sorry, Never Say Never, Love Yourself, and One Time, among many others. These songs and more have many a times talked about feelings of guilt, regret, self-love, heartbreak, and much more, giving us a deep insight into how his life has always been full of ups and downs emotionally. Many speculated that a lot of these songs and emotions were also related to his complicated relationship with Selena Gomez. The couple had a long and messy history together, with a constant on and off relationship dating back to the beginning of the decade. After a lot of back and forth and dating other people, they did reconcile one more time in late 2017. But as always, drama was never far away. By sometime in the spring of 2018, their break was becoming a full-blown breakup, and Bieber had started being spotted with other women, including model Baskin Champion and eventually his then ex-girlfriend and future wife, Hailey Baldwin. By July, he and Baldwin were engaged. Justin even revealed that a lot of his sings were in fact about his former love, Selena. Several songs from his 4th studio album, like Sorry, What Do You Mean, and Purpose, along with many older ones that came out at the time of their several breakups, like Bad Day, Nothing Like Us, Heartbreaker, All That Matters, Mark My Words, and many more. Number 4. Opening up on social media. Before he came onto the screen to talk openly about his struggle with mental health, the young singing sensation also opened up about the issues that come with fame on Instagram last year. In a lengthy post in September 2019, he said, "It's hard to get out of bed in the morning with the right attitude when you're overwhelmed with your life, your past, job, responsibilities, emotions, your family, finances, your relationships. When it feels like there's trouble after trouble after trouble, you start foreseeing the day through lenses of dread and anticipate another bad day." There were many more such parts that revealed how he had been battling suicidal thoughts and depression for a long time, and how his relationships have been the main source of encouragement and support while he recovered. "I'm fortunate to have people in my life that continue to encourage me to keep going. I started doing pretty heavy drugs at 19 and abused all of my relationships. I became resentful, disrespectful to women, and angry. I became distant to everyone who loved me, and I was hiding behind a shell of a person that I'd become. I felt like I could never turn it around. It's taken me years to bounce back from all these terrible decisions, fix broken relationships, and change relationship habits. Luckily, God has blessed me with extraordinary people who love me for me." Number 3. Drug abuse. In the same Instagram post on Labor Day, Justin Bieber looked back on his early years and passed on hard-earned wisdom about depression, drug abuse, and the challenges of having millions of dollars and access to everything I wanted. Bieber, who turned 25 in March, admits in the post that in his youth, he did some pretty heavy drugs, but writes that he has since turned things around, noting that humility comes with age. But this doesn't deny the fact that drug abuse can bring with itself a whole lot of mental health issues, including suicidal thoughts. He admitted on screen, "There was a time when I was sipping lean, popping pills, doing Molly, shrooms, everything." He attributed the struggles in part to his unusual childhood in the spotlight, adding, "I was young like everybody in the industry and people in the world who experiment and do normal growing up things. But my experience was in front of cameras and I had a different level of exposure. I had a lot of money and a lot of things." Bieber's bad years reached their peak in 2014 when he was arrested in Miami Beach for drag racing a Lamborghini up and down a residential street at 4:30 in the morning, while under the influence of marijuana and Xanax. Since then, he got religion, got married, and seems to be in a much better place, advising his fans, "Even when the odds are against you, keep fighting." Number 2. Early experiences. Bieber talked about mental health struggles last year and many times before it too. He has been open about his experience with mental illness and addiction for long. "I feel isolated," he had told the media earlier in November 2015. In March last year, he told fans on social media that he needed to improve his mental health before he could focus on work. "Music is very important to me, but nothing comes before my family and my health." Number 1. Finally, the full admission on screen. In the brand new documentary titled Justin Bieber Next Chapter, Justin Bieber finally opened up completely about his experience with mental illness and feeling suicidal in the past. He reflected on his music career and how it took a toll on his mental health. "I had no idea that this life would take me by storm," he said. "I had no idea I would just get sucked up by all of this stuff," the singer stated, adding that the constant criticism and negative comments really hurt him. Bieber, whose talents were discovered when he was just 13, said, "There was times where I really was suicidal. Like, man, is this pain ever gonna go away? It was so consistent. The pain was so consistent. I was just suffering, right? So I'm like, man, I'd rather not feel this than feel this," he said. Through the film, Bieber also urged fans and viewers to seek help if they ever felt lonely. "I just would encourage people like, hey, if you're feeling lonely, talk about it. Say it out loud. I could have avoided a lot of pain." When talking about his latest music video, Lonely, to encourage people to open up, he said the last 8 months was time for happy and healthy growth for him. He also expressed gratitude for having his wife in his life, who has helped him to be more healthy, confident, and happy. What do you think? Have you experienced anything like this in your life? Tell us your thoughts in the comments below. And do not forget to subscribe and like this video too, and share it with your friends.